Live from the Rush Point Studios, it's the Pat and Brian Show.
And good evening, everyone. It's Brian Lee, and I've got Pat Noonan along with me. Pat, hope you're doing good tonight.
Oh, not too bad.
Oh, that's good. I've got a little bit of a cold, so I'm going to try not to talk too much tonight. But we're going to talk a little bit about mass shootings all around the U.S., actually all around the world. It's not just the U.S. that's having the issues. It's everybody. So. But it is on the rise, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. I don't know if any of you folks saw my post was it yesterday? Maybe it was this morning. I can't remember offhand when it was. But anyway, the post was I ordered some supper the other night and got it from Applebee's through DoorDash. I don't know if you ever used DoorDash or not.
No, I haven't.
It's actually kind of a nice service where you don't have to go out and get it. So you don't have to jump in your car if it's cold outside or you just feel like you don't really want to do anything.
Or you're just too lazy.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, I got a rack of ribs, which were absolutely delicious. I've got no problems with that. The only thing is, I didn't put this in my post, but I ordered mashed potatoes. Got French fries. I ordered coleslaw, and I got maybe a tablespoon of coleslaw in a cup. And I was just like, that's the second time.
And they charge you what, $22.50?
No, I think it was almost $30.
You're kidding?
No. So that's some of the fees that the DoorDash company has in there. Anyway,
that's crazy.
Yeah. Well, it's like, you spend the time going down and getting gas and waiting and all this other stuff. I mean, it's kind of nice not to have to worry about doing that. But anyway, and then my wife got a mushroom and Swiss burger, and I ordered it with mayo and pickles on it. She got ranch and onions.
Oh my God!
Well, she got mushrooms too, but she doesn't like onions. Not that way, at least. Onion rings are okay, but she doesn't like the onions when they're fried look like little worms on there. So
like
anyway,
caramelized onions.
So we weren't very happy with that, and it's the second time. Actually, we've had issues with Applebee's for quite a long time. Seems like they can never get things right. I don't know what it is, the communication down there or what, but I just wasn't very happy this last time. So, and I'm trying to remember offhand. Domino's Pizza. This has been almost a year now. I had gotten a free pizza because they gave perks, and then I also got the boneless. No, actually, I don't think they were boneless. I think they were bone chicken wings. But anyway, the chicken wings were supposed to be honey barbecue. It didn't have any barbecue on whatsoever, no flavoring. So I had to put my own on. And the free pizza was burnt to a crisp.
Oh my God!
Yeah. So I don't use them at all anymore. And I tried to send the corporate office a picture, but it wouldn't accept that picture. And every time I would click submit, it would kick me out, so I'd have to redo it again. It's like I finally just got to the point where screw it, I'm not going to do it anymore. But I did get the pictures on the Google reviews, and anyway.
Well, don't they ask for, if you got a picture or something to send it along with the complaint?
Yeah, usually, yeah.
And so every time you tried sending the picture for proof, they rejected it.
It rejected, yeah.
Interesting.
So, yeah. So I'm sure it's not somebody in there that's doing it. It's probably some sort of a filter they have, but it's just ridiculous. So, but anyway, so that's kind of the things that are pissing me off lately is the cost of services or meals and things like that going up so stinking much, and the level of quality or the amount of food that you get is less. I don't know if you've known.
Well, you're paying a king's ransom for a pauper serving.
That's pretty much it. I mean, if you looked over the years at, say, ice cream bars, the Dove ice cream bar comes in a 3-pack. So if you got
3-pack now,
yeah. So if you got 4 people, you got to buy 2. So, and they were pretty big at one time. They were probably about 6 inches. Now they're down to about 4.5 inches for more
Oh
money.
yeah, yeah.
So,
Well, the restaurants are doing the same thing.
yeah,
So.
yeah, and it's ridiculous. So I don't know. So if you've got something you want to chime in on tonight regarding that, or the topic that we'll be talking about here shortly, the mass shootings all around the U.S. over the years. It's not just this year, but it's actually been a long time since we've had mass shootings. I think it started in the 60s or something like that, I think.
Yeah, but it's become more and more prominent over the last several
Yeah,
years.
definitely. So,
And,
anyway.
and honestly, I don't see what would trigger a person to do that. What was so detrimental in their life to say, "Hey, I'm going to go out and kill a bunch of people"?
Well, I think one of the things, Pat, is that people like to be in the limelight. So,
well, it's a hard way to get your 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah, it is. It's ridiculous, and I don't think that I don't think that the media should pay so much attention to the individual, even though they do. I mean, I think that's one of the biggest reasons we've got more of an issue with the mass shootings. I mean, this one up in Lewiston, Maine, what, he killed 14 people?
I thought it was 18 shot. I think it was 18 shot and 14 died. I think. I'm not 100% sure. I've forgotten how that worked.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly.
But still, it doesn't matter.
Right.
I mean, one person shot for no particular reason.
Mhm.
Well, I think I'm going. Something wrong in my head. I'm going to pick up an AK-47. I'm going to go to the nearest bowling alley, nearest store, or whatever,
Right.
and start shooting.
Right.
That's just as bad as what's going on over in Israel.
Exactly. It's just
let's find a place where there's a mass amount of people.
Right.
Because I'm pissed off and I don't want to live anymore. I'm going to take some people out with me.
Yeah, and then end up killing yourself afterwards. So
yeah, let's not atone for our actions. Let's just okay, I'm done with this. No, goodbye.
Yeah.
Bang.
And just talking about a little bit of the mass shootings in the U.S. It's on the rise, according to data from the Gun Violence Archive from 2013. We started out at around 255 for the year, and then it topped out at 383 in 16, and then rose to 414 in 2019, 610 in 2020, 688 in 2021, and it's down a little bit, 645 in 2022, and it's at 597 right now in 23. But of course, the year's not completely over with yet. And I know that they've had more gun violence over the years, probably because of you can get guns pretty much anywhere. You got these ghost guns now that people can make.
Yeah.
Kind of, what was that? Clint Eastwood movie, John Malkovich was in it too. Clint Eastwood was covering detail for the president, and John Malkovich came up with this idea about making a plastic gun and plastic bullets and getting it into the White House, or not the White House, but a dinner party for the president, and tried to take him out. So,
well, you got the ones out there making ice bullets too.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know about ice bullets.
There was a movie with that too.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
I don't recall what the movie was.
I don't either.
But the ice bullets, you can't get the evidence because the evidence is gone because it melts.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to prove, who did it.
Well, the shell casing too. I mean, the shell casing was metal, I think, in those, weren't they?
I don't recall. All I know is that they were depicting the ice bullets and how they work.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember. It's a metal casing, a plastic casing, or whatever it was.
Yeah, I think that was fired from like a 30-06 or something like that. But anyway, if you've got something that you want to chime in on, our chat is up and running tonight on YouTube. So we appreciate you stopping in and taking a listen to us. And we're going to also wanted to just mention too, Pat, that we're going to be having a special presentation of the Pat and Brian show, probably within the next maybe 2 or 3 weeks. I'm not exactly sure yet. Just trying to round up some individuals and some people that will talk about this topic. It's a topic that's pretty much hit everybody in one way or another. It's suicide, and maybe seeing some of the signs, and not all the time will you see signs. But I've been my life has been touched by a couple of suicides. I think we had a superintendent of schools, I think it was, when I was a kid, that hung himself in his basement. So I've been, and a lot of times you don't know what people are going through, but and I know I've got some friends that have had people that have committed suicide over the course of their lives too. So as soon as we figure out a date to put that on, we'll do that, and hopefully we'll have a good show. Maybe make some progress in saving some lives too. But on our website, I should say on our fan page, I did post the number. I think it's 988. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, 988.
Yeah. And that's all you got to do. It's kind of like 911, but it's for suicides only. So if you're feeling,
Well, I don't think it's just for suicide. I thought 988 was for other things as well, like a mental crisis or something to get help.
it might
And it's
be.
not just for
suicide. You're probably right. I didn't really delve into it too hard.
Yeah. Well,
but,
we'll have more information come the time that we discuss it.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, I've been compiling a little bit of information here, and I'm trying to get some more.
Mhm.
And I've also tried contacting a few people about it.
Yeah, Pat's always hard at work behind the microphone. I don't know if you've seen his pictures or not, but he is always looking at different things that we can talk about, and more important topics that we can cover. So we
Can't always be about fishing and cooking.
That's true. That's true.
Although I'm still waiting for Brian to teach me how, but
Oh yeah, that's not going to happen anytime soon. So, somebody asked me the other day if I was planning on going out ice fishing this winter, and I said, well, only if it's in like 3 feet of water, maybe. I just don't know that I can get out there and freeze my pepperonis off or not. So,
but anyway, folks,
it's a nice
on another note,
yeah,
when we're talking about the mass shootings, chime in with your thoughts and why you think people go out and do that. I mean, again, I'll ask the question: what brain cell has to be fried, or part of your brain, if anybody out there has any clue, would compel somebody to go out and do a mass shooting like that?
Yeah, and there's been 2,500 people injured so far just this year.
That's the accountable ones.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's a lot more, because in your mass shooting, it's going to affect people in so many different ways. As far as mentality goes as well. That goes under the mental health.
Yeah.
Now, granted, a lot of your mass shootings, the people that are causing it, yes, they do have some mental health issues. Just for example, there was the one in Maine, for example.
Louis to Maine.
The parents and the military have warned about this fella, saying he should not be around firearms of any kind or any weapons that would cause mass destruction or killing. The military had given a warning.
Yeah.
The family has sent out, hey, we need help. He is unstable. And what happened? Nobody did anything. Nobody tried to help. So what does it come down to? What are the laws and regulations, the rules, I should say, rules or laws?
Yeah.
I mean, where are your so-called experts on that aspect of it? They say, the big thing out there with the police and all these officials, they say, you see something, say something. Well, this family did. The military did.
Yeah.
And what did the officials do?
Nothing.
He went out and he killed 14, 16 people, shot
Yeah.
18.
Well, I think, Pat, one of the other things too is that you were talking about mental capacity or mental health issues. Over the years, the U.S. Um, has downplayed, or I should say downplayed, but they've gotten rid of a lot of the mental health centers, the
Yeah, and why did they do
the
that?
hospitals and all that to save money.
No, you know why they did that?
Why?
It wasn't to save money,
Why?
because they weren't helping anybody.
Oh,
Think
well,
about it.
well, maybe they need to get somebody in there that can actually help people.
Well, yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I mean,
rather than-
you had what, a couple of 100,000 mental institutions
Yeah.
for the longest time
Mhm.
there,
Yeah.
and they were saying, "Oh, it's helping, it's helping." Then they gradually started closing them because one, they weren't getting the funding
Yeah.
because people were just leaving.
Right.
Two, they really weren't helping anybody. The more the people went there,
Mhm.
and a lot of the things that I have read up on, saying that the people that went there became more unstable because they weren't getting the actual help they needed.
Yeah.
Okay, if I am court ordered or doctor ordered or what have you to go to a mental stability training or whatever you want to call it, to get my mental health straight, and it doesn't work, and then I go out and kill somebody,
Yeah.
whose fault is it?
It's the person that ordered it.
Whose fault is it?
It's your fault.
How is it my fault if I'm going for help and they're not helping me and I go out and kill somebody anyway?
Oh, well, then it's their fault.
So you see my point.
I understand. But it's still your fault. You went
Yes,
out and
but
did it. So you
but
committed the
who?
crime.
Yeah, but so you got a double-edged sword there.
Yeah, you do.
You're being ordered
Yeah,
or
that's true.
forced into a mental rehabilitation center.
Yeah.
That rehabilitation center says, "Well, we can't help this person. We're going to have to let them go." Well, instead of putting that person someplace else where they can maybe get the help, they put them back on the street, and then
Well,
okay,
here's another thing too: is the insurance.
yeah,
Insurance
insurance.
will pay for 30 days, no more, just 30 days. So, say if we had Jeffrey Dahmer when he was
Oh,
alive,
good God.
if he was in a mental facility and they were just about ready to make a breakthrough, but it was day 30, he gets out tomorrow regardless. I mean, you can't keep him in there.
Well, you could as long as
Well,
he
you-
pays for it.
Yeah, you could, as long as somebody pays for
Yeah.
it, but government's not going to pay for it.
No.
Why should they? No. Keep a cannibal off the street? I mean, come on. What do you want to do that for?
Yeah.
The mentality of the government, too. That's the other thing.
Oh, the government?
Yeah.
You mean the one that line their pockets with our money and don't do anything for us because it's a political shit show?
Yep. Pretty much.
Granted, I swore there, folks, and I'm sorry. Not.
Yeah.
Well,
it's our prerogative. It's our show.
and maybe our prerogative, but you got all these pussies out there that, oh, you can't say that.
Yeah,
I'm
that's true.
offended.
That's right.
Well, take your offensive shit and go fuck yourself. Sorry.
Beep, 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 beep. There we go.
It's America, people.
Yeah.
You got a right to free speech.
We do. And it's like we were talking earlier, Mike Lindell from the My Pillow Company. I guess he's in deep crap now because I try to keep my derogatory comments a little more cleaner than you do. But
I don't give a damn. I got a sailor's mouth. I'm sorry.
But anyway, a lot of the companies that were carrying his product, when they found out that he was a backer of Donald Trump, he dropped him. They dropped his product.
Folks, we
It's
said
like-
I'm sorry, Brian. I got to interject one thing
Okay,
here.
Yeah.
Folks, we said we weren't going to talk politics,
We
but
always
every
do.
damn thing that we talk about has to do with politics in one way or another,
Right.
unfortunately. So I apologize ahead of time for,
for lying.
well, I can't say for lying. I was trying to be honest, but I wouldn't call it lying.
No,
I said we didn't like talking about politics,
we don't.
but it seemed like the things that we do talk about are
Political.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Now you're about to say with Lindell, being dropped because he's a Trump supporter.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, folks. If you had seen the videos I have seen today, I watch a lot of videos. Some of them political, some of them not. But if you had watched one that I watched today, where it had Biden and Trump on a debate thing before he was elected, Trump said exactly what is happening to us now.
Yeah.
Our energy is going.
Mhm.
Our safety is going. The border's wide open. Everything Trump has said during the election has come to pass.
Yep.
And everybody said, "Oh no, it's not. No, it's not." Now people are opening their eyes and saying, "Oh my God, he was right."
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, but I don't. I can't say I care either way. But truth is truth.
Are you done?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
now,
Hit a nerve.
now that I can't remember what I was talking about. Oh yeah, Mike
Lindell.
Lindell. Yeah. So it's gotten to the point where you you're almost afraid to say anything anymore because Mike was in a position. He's a multimillionaire. He got there because of the My Pillow company.
Does it really matter how much money he has?
No, it really doesn't. But what I'm getting at is that anybody, and you're right, it doesn't. It doesn't mean anything at all. But anybody that opens their mouth and offends somebody in a position where they carry your product or do your services can just cancel you altogether.
Because they don't like who you back
What you stand for.
or
Yeah.
what you stand for.
Yeah.
I mean, people nowadays begrudge you, belittle you,
Mm-hmm.
slam you
Yeah.
because their idealistic ways
Yeah.
are not inbred into you, and they don't like that. They
My-
find it all offensive.
I was talking to my daughter the other day too, and I don't know how we got on the topic, but I said something about Oriental, and she said, "Well, you can't even say that anymore, Dad." And I said, "What do you mean you can't say that?" Oriental, I mean, it just means you're from the Orient. I don't know where from the Orient they are. So are they Oriental? You can't say that anymore. It's racist. It's like, what?
Yeah, okay, here we
Where
go.
did this shit come
Racist.
from? I mean, really?
Okay, so they're saying that Oriental is racist. Well, now white's going to be racist,
Well,
black's going to be
you would
racist,
think so.
Puerto
Yeah.
Rican,
Yeah. But
all different.
who is making these new choices, these new rules? I mean, it's like the LOL and the laugh out loud.
Oh yeah, that's offensive now.
Well, no, what I'm saying is that before that came out after our time,
Yeah.
obviously, and like OMG, oh my goodness, it's all in an urban dictionary. Who ever thought that there was an urban dictionary
hmm
that people had to?
Well,
look up
if you want to
everything?
dive into the dictionary, years and years ago, people used to say ain't, AIN apostrophe T,
Yeah.
or AINT.
That was never a word.
Okay, it was never, but now it's in the Webster Dictionary.
Yeah.
Okay, OMFG. Okay, for example.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, most people will know what that means.
I would prefer that you don't say that.
Well, I'm not going to say it.
Okay. But yeah, things like that, and then it's just ridiculous.
It's just getting out of hand where everything is
Mhm.
becoming
Offensive.
more and more offensive. And why?
Yeah.
Is it because of the liberals, conservatives, Democrats, Republicans, whoever,
Yeah.
or some Bible thumper who says, "Oh, that's not the way God would do it"?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I'm
Well,
sorry. Certain things just piss me off.
Yeah. No, I understand completely, and I don't agree with everything either. I mean, it's like, yeah, I don't mean any disregard for people from the Orient, whether from Asia or from the Philippines.
It's not
or
being
wherever.
disrespectful.
No,
it's not
not-
being racist.
not-
Okay, you're from
Not in
the
my book,
Orient.
it's not. No.
You're from the Netherlands. If
Yeah.
saying the Netherlands, is that going to be considered racist because we said, "Oh, you're from the Netherlands. It's very
Yeah,
nice,"
yeah.
or the Orient, it's very nice, or
Yeah.
Japan, China,
Mhm.
whatever. It doesn't matter.
Right. Well, we're getting kind of off track here.
Yeah, well, you hit a nerve.
Yeah, I did. It seems like I always hit a nerve with you.
Well, I'm quiet until I get on here for some reason. I don't know why.
I know. It's a place to
Vent.
vent, exactly. Spill the beans.
I just wish more people would come up on the chat and say, "Hey, this is what my feelings towards
Yeah,
you." You know,
we'd really like to hear from you. I mean, if you got something you want to say, I mean, we won't even use your name unless you want us to. Okay. If you want to do it anonymously, by all means do so. I don't know that you can do it. just thought about this. I don't know that you can do that on the chat line or not, but I mean, if you don't want everybody else knowing about it, we won't actually say your name.
Yeah, but everybody sees the chat. So.
Well, yeah, I understand that. So,
Yeah.
but really, I mean,
Yeah.
why do you people have to be afraid? Why should we be afraid of stating our mind? That's the whole thing. It's people that are like trying to take history and stuff out of our culture. But that's
Oh, don't no
that,
no 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 no
all right,
no no
you
no
can't say
no
anything.
don't.
I'm going to shut your microphone off if you start doing it. So,
Mhm.
but that is a topic for another day.
Yes.
So, getting back to the mass shootings, though, I mean, what is it that we can do as a society to help ensure that it doesn't happen?
Yeah, I 100% behind you on that. But there's one thing about what can we do,
Yeah.
and the first thing a lot of people are going to say is ban guns.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, folks, but that has nothing to do with it.
No,
It doesn't. You know,
people kill people. Guns don't kill people.
they can't pull their own trigger unless there's
No.
a string attached to it or remote control.
Yeah, that's right. It's got to be manual.
Yep.
Or automatic, AI, as they say.
Mhm.
But yeah, we're not that far in the future yet, where we've got a Terminator out there.
You sure about that?
Well, we're getting there, but we're not that close to it yet. So that much I know.
Well, pretty soon we're going to have, remember the movie Judge Dredd?
Yeah.
Well, pretty soon we'll have that.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm
You
sure.
know, give that another 50 years,
Well,
60 years down the line.
We already have that. If you think about it.
Oh, yeah, you're right. With all the cop shootings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
No, I
Judge,
think-
jury, and executioner all
I
wrapped
think you're
in one.
guilty as hell. So I'm gonna. No, whatever.
Yeah. But we won't get in that. That's a
no.
whole other topic.
Yeah. But I mean,
How many
I-
Americans are afraid to walk out the door because of the mass shootings?
well, here's the other thing too. Is it's not just happening in business or like the post office. I think the post office was the first
Beginning.
one. Well, it wasn't really the beginning, but
Well-
was the beginning of more coverage by the media.
Yeah,
I think, so.
more coverage, but that
Yeah.
was like the beginning of the more mass
Yeah.
shootings.
And then they started talking about, well, don't go postal on me.
Yeah, that's where the
Yeah.
term.
So right.
Yeah.
But
But why should Americans or anybody from any part of the world
Yeah.
be afraid to walk out of the door and say, "Hey, I'm going to go to a store," and all of a
Mhm.
sudden gunshots are going off, and
well, it was like that. I don't remember what country it was. I want to say Honduras or something like that, but it was a foreign country. And people, there was some sort of terrorist organization that went into a mall and started shooting people.
oh, that was a sleeper cell from.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Okay.
I just looked that up earlier today.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, and I think it's happened down in Cary, North Carolina too. It seemed like somebody was going through the mall and just shooting people at random. It's like, why the hell would you do that? I mean, what did those people do to you?
Well, that's a question right there.
Yeah.
What did those people who you don't even know
Right?
do to you?
Did they look at you funny?
I mean, and nowadays you can't even walk down the street
No.
and say hi to somebody
No.
because you're in fear of they're going to stab you, they're going to shoot you, they're going to
No.
punch you,
Unless
they're
you
going to call the cops on you saying that you sexually harassed me.
unless you, of course, know somebody that you're good friends with, and you can say hi. It's like,
Yep.
hi, Pat.
Yeah.
Yeah, screw you, buddy.
Hey, I walk into one particular store and I won't say where it is. And as soon as you open the door and everybody's like, "Hi, how are you?" You know how good that makes you feel
Oh, yeah.
that they recognize you as a human being, number
Mhm.
one,
Yep.
and they're being friendly.
Yep.
What is wrong with being friendly?
Well, it's like I walked into Brush Point store this morning for a brief period of time. Just wanted to see how Alyssa was doing. She has been under the weather a little bit too. And
I'm gonna put the
anyway,
camera on you.
put the camera. I'd rather have it on you.
Well,
You're prettier. So, but
we won't go there.
you got the face for a radio boy.
I do not.
Uh,
Well, yeah, I do because nobody would see me.
That's right. Yeah, that's what my old teacher taught or told me rather.
But anyway, back to Rush Point.
So anyway, I went to Rush Point, and she, I just talked to Alyssa just briefly because she was real busy, and she's replanogramming things for the winter fishing season, and they've got some really good deals in there now. They got some brand new augers in that they can. Well, of course they sell brand new augers. They've got augers in. They've got coolers. They've got heaters. tackle
Loggers.
boxes. I mean, you name it, they've got it all there. And if you need something else to keep you warm, you want to grab a bottle of alcohol, they got that too. So,
Oh yeah,
um,
and it's the good stuff.
yeah, it is. But anyway, I can't tell you enough. If you've got anything that you need, including bait or if you need firewood or what have you, go down and see Alyssa and Ryan at the Rush Point store. They got it all going on, I'll tell you. And also, I picked up a picture for my wife in the clearance section. And I think Larry was the previous owner there. I think Larry. But anyway, and forgive me if I'm wrong in that. But anyway, Larry had a bunch of pictures and stuff like that that he had gotten to sell in there. And a lot of them are still there. So I picked up one today. Got a good price on it too. It was
Cool.
in the clearance section. So brought
The
it
clearance
home.
section, is that the one right as you walk in the door on the left hand side? Or did she move it?
That's the one. That's the
Okay.
one. I got it home from my wife, and she picked it up. Oh, I really like this. And I said, well, the old man's finally done something good, huh?
It's a rare occasion, right?
Yeah. Well, it's probably not as rare as I think it is. I just in my mind, But anyway, well, we haven't had anybody chat in yet, and I was kind of hoping that we would, even to say hi for crying out loud. So,
Oh, we have 4 people watching.
yeah, we do. And
I guess the topic that we have tonight's not interesting enough to have all the others chime in, maybe, or either that they're just too busy.
Well, and the other thing too is we don't always stay on topic. We kind of go all over the place. And
Well,
that's just the way we are.
Well, if you stay on one topic, it gets kind of boring.
It does.
And I got to put something else in there once in a while. And we don't go by script. We go off the cuff.
Yep.
Me, I go a little too off the cuff sometimes, but
Mhm.
Brian likes to hit certain nerves. And
Yeah, that's my whole prerogative. So
well, you have woman.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am woman, hear me roar. Is that how the song goes? I don't remember offhand. So anyway, another topic. I was showing Pat somebody that was twerking today,
Oh, good
and I
God.
said, Pat, or was it yesterday?
That was yesterday.
Maybe it was yesterday. But anyway, I challenged Pat to do a twerk, and he said he's not going to do a twerk.
Nope. No.
But I'm going to see if we can get him to do that. And
No.
then I'll put
Not
it-
no way.
I'll
Not
put
no
it
how.
on Facebook,
Nope.
and we'll probably get
Nope.
1 million hits on it,
Nope.
and he'll be like the talk of the world. So
Have to pay me $1 billion.
$1 billion. Yeah. So anyway,
No, not gonna happen.
not going to happen. Huh?
No,
Well,
you're better off getting Tucker trying to twerk.
yeah, sure.
The twerking dog.
Yeah, what do you think about my dog? By the way, I've got him online. I took him down to the dog park here in Cambridge, and he actually likes it a lot. I don't even have to chain him on his leash.
No, it's a dog park. It's fenced in.
No, what I'm saying is from the car to the park area where the fence
okay.
is.
Yeah.
I don't even have to put him on a leash. He knows exactly where he's going.
Mhm.
So, and which is kind of the nice thing. He's pretty well trained. So, but anyway, there was a couple of gals out there last week, and they had a black lab, and the black lab was getting a little bit too close to me, and Tucker decided to take charge and run him off.
Well, yeah, because the big dogs are afraid of the little dogs.
I
And we
know.
all know why.
It's funny. And then there was, I think it was an English setter yesterday that he chased around too. Yeah, it's just funny that my little dog. He's a Shih Tzu. We got him as a rescue, and he is just a full of piss and vinegar. I'll tell you, he really flies everywhere. So, but anyway, what you looking at, Ben?
I'm just watching the screen here while you're talking,
Oh.
seeing, hoping somebody would just chime in and
Yeah.
give us a little feedback on what they've heard tonight. Or
Yeah, I haven't really got any feedback from anybody that I'm aware of yet, as far as the shows go. I mean, do you want us to talk about something different, or do you want us to swear more? Do you want us to?
I don't have to worry about swearing. I got that covered.
Well, I know you do. But do you want us to swear less? That kind of thing. So
I'm sorry, but I ain't changing my ways.
yeah, I know.
I can't. It's not in my programming.
Stubborn old.
So
old fool.
stubborn old fool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stubborn old goat.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm a bar ram you, pal.
Bob Ram you. Bob Ram you.
And what movie is it from?
Babe. It's one of my daughter's favorite movies. Actually, I kind of liked it too. I like the old guy. He's dead now too, but he starred in a lot of different movies, and I think he was in The Green Mile as the warden.
Oh,
Had the wife that had cancer.
had cancer,
yeah,
and he took it out of her.
yeah, yeah. That
And didn't he give it to that spoiled, rotten
the other
midget of a
cop.
security guard there
Yeah,
who thought he could kill
Yeah.
people and get away with it without putting water or something on the sponge when he went to electrocute him?
yeah. He got his day. He ended up in a mental facility, drooling. So yeah. All right. Well,
Yeah.
here we go. We're way off base now. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Well, there's not a whole lot more we can say about the mass shootings if you think about it.
yeah, there really is. I mean, there's what can we do? We can talk until we're blue in the face.
Purple or green. But,
Yeah,
hey,
and does it do any good? No.
mm,
What is wrong with the country these days? There's too many opinionated people, I think.
there's too many
But
soft people.
there's too many soft people, but there's a lot of people that are very opinionated, and they don't like your opinions.
No, they don't. Like I said before, that's the idealistic ways.
Yeah. So
They don't like your opinion because it's not
Mhm.
their opinion and you're not agreeing with them.
right,
I'm sorry, but I have mine. You have yours.
Mhm.
Can't we just get along?
that's right.
You know?
What's the
I'm-
saying? Opinions are. Everybody's got an opinion, kind of like assholes. Everybody's got one, and they usually stink.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Mm.
I mean, somebody
Pretty much.
somebody might tell me that Brian, you need to go screw off because you're wrong. I don't agree with you.
Mm.
That's fine. You don't have to agree.
Yeah,
with me.
but you know,
It's not a law to agree with me.
what's funny though
What?
is they will say you're wrong. You have all the information in the world.
Yeah.
You could be right 1,000,000%,
Mm,
but it's not their way, so you're wrong.
that's right. I mean, you're wrong.
Yeah, see,
I mean, you're right. I don't even know.
I'm rightfully wrong.
Yeah, you're right. Or wrongfully right.
I'm wrongfully right.
Yeah.
Exactly. But
Exactly,
but it's
yeah.
painstaking that
Mm,
you can say you can even have physical proof
yeah.
in your hand.
Yep.
And they'll look at you and say, no, you're wrong.
Mm,
And another, not so far off the topic, but it is off the topic. How about this one?
what's that?
Explain to me the word expert.
Expert.
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody that is very knowledgeable and someone that is a key authority on a special topic.
But does that make them an expert?
I don't know. Does it?
I don't care how much knowledge you have.
Mhm.
I don't believe expert would be the terminology for it.
Oh.
I would say a person with more knowledge
Or well versed.
or well versed.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, an expert is
Mhm.
somebody who has more knowledge than you or me
Yeah.
about certain topics.
Mhm.
To me, that doesn't make them an expert. It just makes them more knowledgeable.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Mm.
Because I'm going to say something I normally don't say, Brian, and bear with me.
Okay.
I am not a religious
Yeah.
go to church type person,
I know.
but the only expert
Mhm.
is the one who created you, me, and the world we live in.
That's right.
I mean, if I'm wrong, folks, go ahead and say I'm wrong. But
Well, there's going to be somebody that says you're
oh yeah,
wrong
of
because
course,
there's
because I'm not doing the idealistic thinking.
also there are people that don't believe in God.
Oh, you're
So,
atheists, yeah.
yeah.
And
Oh,
you're
there's not- it's
pagans
not-
and
I mean, it's not just atheists. I mean, there's people that don't believe that there's a God. I got to tell you this real quick story, and this kind of ties into things. But I was working at a group home a while back. I can't mention the name, but anyway, there was a guy there that was like kind of like a counselor type thing, but he wasn't really a counselor. None of us were the counselor, but just there to kind of watch over, make sure that people were being safe and things like that. But
no, they didn't hurt themselves. Yeah.
yeah. But anyway, this guy used to say, "Gee, damn it," all the time. But he would not. I mean, he would actually say, God. But Anyway, I said to him, I said, "Well, I thought you didn't believe in God." "Well, I don't." I said, "Then why? Then why are you doing that? Then why are
Mhm.
you saying that if you don't believe in God?"
Yeah, that's
Doesn't make any
you know
sense.
that's a real
Yeah,
good question.
I know.
Atheists and other pagan people out there, why do you use a terminology, "Oh my God" or "God damn it,"
Yeah,
if you don't believe?
exactly.
Sorry,
And
but hey, there's that religion thing, another thing that we can't stand talking about, but
yeah,
because there's
yeah.
so many different ones,
Well, it's just
and that'll be the topic of another discussion,
it was just
maybe.
ridiculous the kind of crap that he would say, And
Well, that's everywhere.
oh, I tell
You
you,
know,
mm,
you know,
I kind of miss that though. Kind of miss doing that kind of work, but
you do it all the time.
yeah, right here with you.
Absolutely.
Well, that's right. Make sure that you're safe all the time. So
Well, just make sure I don't go too far out of my head.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So,
Hmm.
we got somebody chiming in there.
Nope.
That's too bad. Well, something here. What did you put?
I got to get those old specs on. You got
Yeah.
that magnifying glass for you?
Oh, well, these words are so small.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And you're so blind.
Not as blind as you.
Oh, okay. I thought you were.
Ah, ha, 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 ha.
Oh, mine are the same strength as yours, I think. Glasses, that is. So
Probably.
1.25.
Yeah, but you got a bigger screen than I do.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
Yeah, we're lagging big time, Brian.
Yeah.
I mean, on your screen, yeah, all well and good, but on the screen here,
Yeah. Well, Cindy says, please mention again about Friendship Cafe donations again and now making fresh baked goods. All right, Cindy, we'll do that.
okay. Yeah, she's the baker, one of the bakers down there. She
Cindy,
makes
Cindy is?
well, she does a little bit of the baking down
Okay.
there.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blueberry lemon loaf is pretty good, folks.
If you have looked at the Facebook fan page for the Pat and Brian show, you've noticed a picture of Christine up there, Christine Wilkes. And she is the director of the Friendship Cafe. But anyway, she's looking for donations to help out with this nonprofit organization, and it's a good organization. And one of the things that people don't realize is that you don't have to be a senior to eat there, do you?
No, all are welcome down there.
Yeah. Well, I think that a lot of people only think that it's good for just seniors.
No, it's not.
Well, I know, but that's the general consensus of what I've been hearing. So, um, my mother-in-law goes down there once in a while, and some of her friends too.
Mhm.
And they said, yeah, it's not just for seniors, but mostly seniors are there. I said, well, I can understand. I mean, you got kids that are in school now.
Well, one of the
So,
reasons for that is because it's advertised as a senior
yeah,
place
right.
when it's for
Mhm.
everybody.
Right. So anyway, so if you're looking to see if you got a little extra money that you got at the casino or whatever, and you want to do some good in the community, why don't you help them out? And there's a place on their website. It's excuse me, got a little bit of a cold yet. Anyway, it's CambridgeSAC.org, and it's on the Facebook fan page for us. And you can go in there and just
Leave a message for
leave-
Christine if you need
yeah,
to,
leave a
or
message, whatever.
ask questions.
Yeah. You can even go down there. What are their hours down there? Do you know?
They're open at 9 o'clock in the morning until 1:30 in the afternoon, Monday through Thursday.
Okay. How about Friday?
I have no idea why they're not open Friday or Saturday or Sunday.
Well, maybe they need a break.
Well, everybody needs a break, yes, but
Yeah.
I don't know why they're not open till the end of the week.
Okay. Well, I don't either. So, okay. Well, thanks, Cindy, for chiming in. I appreciate that. Excuse me. And anyway, Pat said he's going to be going on TikTok here pretty soon.
I did not. I did not. Don't no, not no way, not no how. Brian, Brian keeps talking about it, but I think he secretly wants to do it himself.
Yeah.
And I think he ought to dress up in Santa Claus this year for
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to play Santa.
What do you mean used to?
I used to play Santa a long time ago. And then I was at a Walmart store down in Florida, and this one kid that must have scared the pee out of me because he pissed all over me. Oh my word! I was soaked. The
Yeah.
kid must have drank. I don't know. It was not a baby. It was probably I don't know, 2 or 3, 4-year-olds like that.
Toddler.
Yeah. But then I said, "Well, hello. What's your name, little boy?" And all of a sudden, the waterworks came on. So I'm gonna give it to you for a second, get Pat. I gotta go grab some water here.
Okay. Talking a little more about the Friendship Cafe here. It takes a lot of volunteers to run the place, and they need volunteers, drivers, waitresses, cooks. Maybe I don't know exactly what they need, but they do need weekend volunteer. Well, weekend volunteers. I didn't think they were open on the weekends because according to their hours on the door, it says only from 9 to 1:30.
Yeah.
But anyway, volunteer if you can,
Mhm.
donate if you can.
Yep.
It would be beneficial
Mhm.
for the community, for the veterans, for this, want to say disabled, but for those that can't get out.
Like the shut-ins.
Yeah, shut-ins. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Mhm.
I couldn't think of the word, and that's why I said disabled. I'm
That's
sorry.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not a free service. I mean, they'll deliver your meal. You pay for your meal, and that goes back into making more meals.
Oh, okay.
So
They aren't open over the weekends, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, because they don't have enough volunteers to do it.
oh, okay.
I mean, that makes complete sense
Oh,
if you
sure.
think about it.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. Well, we needs more volunteers then. Can you cook? You know anybody that can cook, or you don't even have to cook? Go down and wash dishes or something.
They need cooks.
Okay.
I mean, they have a cook in there now. He does it by himself,
He's gonna be retiring pretty soon.
and
too.
he's going to be retiring in March.
Yeah,
And I'm not exactly sure when in March, but
yeah.
yeah, they're going to need a cook.
Okay. Well, Cindy said that it takes a lot of volunteers to help. It's hard to get volunteers over the weekend. I understand. There's a lot of different things going on. Kids got sports stuff going on over the weekends too, and
No, I understand that, but what I'm talking, what about the younger generation
mm,
who say they don't have anything to do?
Yeah.
What about, people that, well, I'm kind of bored. What can I do today?
well, here's what I really think we should do. The kids that get in trouble, I think a lot of the kids that get into trouble, if they have to do community service, should work in some of these places.
I agree to a point.
Yeah, no,
But
I understand where you're coming with that. It depends on the mentality too. I mean, if they're abusive, of course not. You don't want them.
Yeah,
doing
but
that,
you also got to remember you've got a lot of these children, these young adults, if you want to call them,
Yeah.
that is so spoiled that is ridiculous.
No.
Well, you figure they talk back to their parents, they disregard everything. Well, it's not right. You don't
Mhm.
say I have to do that. I don't have to do what you say.
Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
You know everything.
Here's the door.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
let the door hit you where the good Lord split you.
Yeah. And somebody once said to me, I know everything, you know nothing, and slammed the door in my face.
Been there too.
Well, come to find out, they didn't know everything
Yeah.
and sheepishly opened the door and cried for help.
Yeah.
Well, the help was given.
Mhm.
Then they turned around and did the same thing all over again.
Cry wolf a couple of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how can you differentiate, that ordeal, like what you were saying, community service for those,
Mhm.
it's like a teeter-totter. You got to be careful because some of
Yep.
those, oh yeah, they're playing nice.
Yeah.
But as soon as they walk out that door, the devil in Prada comes out again.
Yeah. Yeah. Mhm.
I use the term devil in Prada because, remember the movie Devil in Prada, where the boss was a devil
Devil or
in Prada,
Yeah. Yeah.
But deep down, she's really she was a nice person, but
Right.
she played this aggressive, mean. But then again, you got the ones like you were saying,
Mhm.
forced into community service for the minor crimes, we'll call them,
Yeah.
that they've done,
Right.
and they act all nice and innocent in the courtroom, but the second they get out of the courtroom, it's devil in Prada.
Yeah. Yeah. I
You
understand.
know,
I understand. I've worked with a lot of those kids.
wolf in sheep's clothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
There, how's that?
I
That better?
mean, I wrote one time to a judge. The judge had asked me to write them a letter
A resignation.
based upon a kid's behavior, and I said, well, I said he seems to be totally sincere at everything he says up until the time that he goes off that page. So I said community service would be real good, helping out people that are less fortunate than he is. I mean, he came from a very prominent family, was able to communicate very well with people. He just didn't like what his parents told him to do, and that's why he acted out. So,
Well, personally, I think all these entitled
yeah.
children
Mhm.
out there,
Yep.
the parents should take and cut them off of everything. The gold cards,
Yeah,
they're okay. Go and sign my name to this. Take them off of that.
Mhm.
Put them in a situation that maybe their parents might have witnessed or gone through.
How about getting them a job? Just tell them, go out and get a job. I don't care what you do, as long as it's legal. Put it that way.
Well, a legal job, yes.
Yeah. I mean,
Law-abiding
I
job.
mowed lawns when I was a kid. I made $10
Even a
per
newspaper,
lawn.
delivering newspaper.
Yeah, I've done that before when I was a
I
kid.
mean,
Yeah.
that's hardly ever existing anymore because everything's read online.
Well, that's true. I mean, there are probably not as many newspaper routes as once were, but yeah, I mean, it doesn't hurt for a kid to go out and get a job. I mean, um, I got to mention, is it Maddie?
Yes.
Yeah, up at Rush Point's door. I mean, she's absolutely a very gift to Alyssa. I think very, very personable, very kind, courteous.
Always has a smile.
Always has a smile. I mean, that's the kind of kid you want to work for you. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Someone who's willing to do the work.
yeah, and not just come in and get a paycheck.
And a lot of these other
and
and a lot,
complain all the time. So,
and a lot of the kids that out there that are forced into work that their parents are a little well off or very well off,
yeah,
they complain, well, that's beneath me. I'm only here because mom and dad told me I had to be.
well, my first wife came from a very prominent family. They were multimillionaires, and she was given. And here she was also physically challenged, physically handicapped. I use the word handicapped because I am in my mind and body. But anyway, everything was given to her on a silver platter, pretty much.
That's not right.
No, it's not. But she did go out and get a job. She worked part-time job making sandwiches at a local, like a deli type thing. So she knew how to do that. But I mean, anytime she wanted money, well, I want a new car. Well, we got her new car. I mean, it's like, really? Okay. I mean, there's a place I would draw the line.
Yeah,
Definitely,
you have
so,
to draw
yeah.
the line somewhere.
But I mean, and to be raised in that environment, it's not good for the kids. It's definitely not good for the parents either, because the parents don't give a shit.
No, they don't.
They don't. And then,
Well, God forbid somebody like you and me. I'm sorry, I'm
Yeah.
going to interject there.
Yeah.
God forbid somebody like you and me who are not, 1,000 feet up on the, money ladder.
Yeah.
God forbid somebody like you and me correct our child.
Yeah.
We go to jail.
Well,
And why is that?
yeah, because the kids will cry and scream and call 911 on you. And,
Yeah, and why is that?
Yeah.
Well, you know who you can thank for that?
Government.
Pelosi.
Yeah. Well, government, not just Pelosi.
Well, she started it.
Well, yeah. There's been a lot of, I mean, before Pelosi was ever around, there were people that were saying that we need to have stricter guidelines when it comes to abusive parents and their kids. Well, abusive was spanking your child, just spanking or giving them a swat on the butt for doing something wrong. That's called discipline. At least that's how I was.
Yeah, but the thing is with that,
disciplined. Yeah.
that is called discipline, yes,
Mhm.
but in the child's eyes,
Yeah.
it's abuse because of what has become where people are saying, no, that's abuse
Oh,
now.
I know.
Okay, even yelling at your kid,
Yeah.
raising your voice is now considered abuse.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. It's
Is
just
it? Is there any way to talk to the child
there is
calmly?
just too many bureaucrats out there that just don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah. And that goes under the heading, like I asked before,
Mhm.
the experts
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Well,
the
it's,
experts don't know what the hell they're talking
and,
about.
and it's one of the other things too is that we've got so many people out there, like the doctors that put a label on your child. Oh, he's autistic or he's got ADHD, and it's like, well, I could have told you that he had attention deficit syndrome or whatever it is, just by
The way they're acting.
or they're autistic.
Mhm.
I can tell you pretty much who is and who isn't autistic just by their behavior, just because I've worked with so many autistic kids in the past. So doesn't make me an expert.
No, it's just you have the knowledge.
I'm well versed in it.
Yeah.
That's all it is. So yeah. But anyway. Okay. Well, it's coming up on about 3 minutes away from going off for the night. I can tell you what, I've been.
That was a quick hour.
Yeah, I know. My wife has been fighting this stupid upper respiratory infection for, I think it's been almost 6 weeks now. Pretty close to that. She finally got back on insurance, and I told her, honey, yes, we got enough money where if we have to pay into the hospital, I mean, we can do that. I said, go get it checked out. No, she waited until she had insurance. No. So she got some antibiotics and she's feeling better. I'm feeling like crap right now. I was running a fever.
You
earlier
get me
today.
sick, and you know what? Somebody's going to beat you.
Really?
Oh yeah, she's about 4'9".
I might enjoy that though.
Hey.
But no, I was feeling like crap, and I've been sleeping quite a bit, and I don't work outside the home. I wish I could. I mean, you got too many things going on that just don't allow me to do that. I was for a while working with Sears in Cambridge, and then I think it was 2 weeks after I got hired on as a part-time salesperson, I got an email saying that they're going to be closing the stores. Wanted to know if I would hang around until they closed it. And I said, well, sure. But I was only working between 12 and 14 hours a week. So, but it's just like, personally, I don't know why they even kept the Sears open or any of these other small stores.
They're hubs.
Well, I know, but what I'm saying is that you've got some, you got bigger companies like Home Depot or Lowe's or Menards that can carry the product.
No, you also got to remember that Sears used to be so big they needed these little hubs as tax write-offs.
Oh, I know that, but they've gotten rid of quite a few of them now.
Oh yeah, that's because they don't have the money they used to have.
Yeah. When did they close the Sears building down in Minneapolis?
I have no idea.
It was on Lake Street, I think. So
I have no idea when they closed that one.
It's been, well, I think it was open in '87 because I went to Brown when it was on Lake Street in '87. Or was it? Yeah, I think it was 87, 86, 87, like that. So, but I think it was still open back then. But there's been a lot of those companies just going to the wayside like that. So, it doesn't make any sense to me.
No.
It's called poor management, I think. well, and then you've got Best Buy, who is a Minnesota company, and they've gone pretty much by the wayside. There's very, very few Best Buy company or Best Buy stores out there anymore.
Right.
Mostly online.
Well, look at Blockbuster.
Yeah, they went
belly up back in the what?
Yeah.
Late 90s, early 90s.
Well, it's like when I worked for Circuit City out in the Boston area for a short time, and then the Wiz came along.
Well, the Wiz didn't last long.
Oh no, maybe 6 months. I think that was about it.
Yeah.
And then Circuit City. I mean, I don't know how they were making any money personally because they were sending their people to Richmond, Virginia for a week of class, all expenses paid. I mean, they paid for your food, they give you travel, and they flew you down, flew you back. I mean, it's just ridiculous how much money they spend.
Well, I agree with the flying you down and
Yeah.
feeding you.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
If they want you to work for them in whatever position it is that requires you to go there,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Well, I agree with you, but it's just like, holy cow, they. I think that's the reason that they went belly up because they were spending so much money doing that and not
Were they
enough
doing
on the
that
product.
for every associate, or were
Yeah,
they for every? Well, see
every
that
associate. Yeah,
I don't agree with that.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
think you should do it for your management and your upper management and your CEOs.
Right.
You
See, I'd been in sales for quite some time prior to going to work at Circuit City. I was actually one of their top salespeople,
Mhm.
and that was without my training through Circuit City.
Mhm.
Did I pay attention in Circuit City? Not too much.
Didn't have to.
No, I really didn't. I mean, and the biggest thing that they sold, what do you think was? The extended warranties.
Oh God, the useless things.
I sold a $4.97 pair of headphones, and we used to call it the cheese. I sold the cheese for 3 years on it, and the cheese was $15.97 for 3 years
Oh my
on a
God,
pair of $4.97 headphones.
that's ridiculous.
Never been done in the company before like that. So,
Well, folks,
yeah,
it's come our time to say goodnight,
it has. It has.
and it's been fun. It's been real. Some of it's been real fun. Some of it hasn't. Until
Say
next
that-
week.
you can say that again. That's for sure. But yeah, until next week, we'll talk to you again, and we appreciate those people that joined in with us. And again, we'll be talking in the I'd say probably in the next couple of weeks, we'll be talking about suicide and seeing if we can come up with some sort of a solution to
Singing? Did you say singing?
probably. I love a parade. No, seeing, not singing, or singing, like a lot of people say.
Yeah.
I always pronounce that G at the end. But seeing if we can come up with some sort of a solution to end suicides. So,
Well, then we've been looking for that for years, and
Yeah.
we can't seem to find it.
yeah, we need to come up as a group
Yeah.
and see if we can maybe do something with that. So,
Well, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we bid you good night.